Alright, so a couple of things. Let's see. Johny Samoli drama. I think it was this one, right? No, it was... So apparently now he has been captured. He's stuck in Korea. And he's gonna be in jail for 10 years. 10 years. That's a long time, man. 10 years in South Korean jail. Johny Samoli apologizes for controversial South Korean streams. Oh no. So what did he do? What did he do? He threw noodles on the floor. Alright? And he tried to be toxic in Korea. So of course, people didn't like it, right? People didn't like it. But I think the main thing that he did, there's one statue in South Korea that's supposed to represent like something like bad that happened in the past during World War II or something, like slavery and stuff, sex slave and stuff, right? And he go and like, he did something with the statue. He go and like disrespect it. He go and kiss the statue and stuff. So definitely, South Korean people, they don't like that, alright? In 10 years, kid will no longer exist. So this is him, dancing. Also, he took the noodles, right? Oh yeah, look at this, look at this. He took the noodles and he threw it on the floor. Ah, very offensive. Take the noodles and throw on the floor. Why would you buy noodles and throw it on the floor, right? Very offensive. But yeah, apparently they aren't buying his apology. The only language Somali understands is strength. 10-year prison sentence is the only solution. Kind of insane. Kind of insane. In 10 years, he will be so irrelevant. I feel like they might let him go early. I'm not sure, right? Because like it's hard to say for sure. And also, what's the other one? Okay, this one. Huge drama today, alright? Not just the Johny Samoli, but the Donald Trump stuff. So apparently Donald Trump promised to ban gender-affirming care for minors in all 50 states. So the US government will only recognize two gender, male and female. Uh-oh! So this has caused major controversy across Twitter. People weren't happy that there's only two gender. Right? Nobody can accept this. There's got to be more than two gender. But him coming out to say this, very offensive. People are saying Donald Trump is evil for doing this, right? How can there be only two gender? There's no such thing as gender affirming care. So he even make a speech about this, right? No more woke, no more daydom. This is extremely rough for the woke games out there. There's a lot of woke games, right? They were waiting to be released. Looks like the woke games are going to get cancelled, which is kind of brutal. Okay, he even make this speech. Let's see if I can see it. Where's the speech? This one.
On day one, I will...
Okay, let's see. He make this speech saying that what he will do when he go into office. He will ask Congress to pass a bill establishing that the genders recognized by the US are only male and female, the one they are assigned at birth.
Here's my plan to stop the chemical, physical, and emotional mutilation of our youth.
Damn.
On day one, I will revoke Joe Biden's cruel policies on so-called gender-affirming care. Ridiculous.
So he's going to like completely remove the Joe Biden's policy of this gender-affirming care. So no more daydom.
Revoke Joe Biden's cruel policies on so-called gender-affirming care. Ridiculous. A process that includes giving kids puberty blockers, mutating their physical appearance, and ultimately performing surgery on minor children. Can you believe this? I will sign a new...
I didn't even know that it's happening to minor children. I thought it's just adults that can... I didn't know there's puberty blockers and also like kids are involved, right? But if kids are involved into this, it's kind of crazy, right? It's kind of crazy. But yeah, I feel like it is too much, right? If you're a kid, you get influenced into like changing your gender. If you're like 12, 13 years old, you probably don't know, you know, how these things work yet. And if you actually think that you want to change your gender, it's probably influenced by an adult, I feel like. It's gotten bad. Minors are affected. It's happening in USA. I didn't know that, right? So that's kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy.
Executive order instructing every federal agency to cease all programs that promote the concept of sex and gender transition at any age. I will then ask Congress to permanently stop federal taxpayer dollars from being used to promote or pay for these procedures and pass a law prohibiting child sexual mutilation in all 50 states. It'll go very quickly.
Wait, so they are using federal tax money to help with this? I didn't know there's something that's happening as well. Elon Musk did that to his kids. I don't think he did that. I think it's just his kids that do, right? Let the kids grow. They were doing it without parents' knowledge at schools. Yeah, that's kind of like too much, I feel like. If you want to do it as an adult, sure, right? But like, why would you involve kids into like changing genders and all? I don't know. It feels like they are doing it in bad faith. They are just trying to push an agenda. Oh, you should change your body if you're not happy with who you are. I don't know, like kids are generally like easier to get confused with stuff like that. So
I will declare that any hospital or healthcare provider that participates in the chemical or physical mutilation of minor youth will no longer meet federal health and safety standards for Medicaid and Medicare, and will be terminated from the program immediately. Furthermore, I will support the creation of a private right of action for victims to sue doctors who have unforgivably performed these procedures on minor children. The Department of...
So now the doctors that help to change gender, they are in trouble now. If you are a doctor and you used to perform surgery on a kid who wants to become they/them, so now you are in trouble now. The kids are coming at you. You're gonna get sued. Damn. I do think that... I feel like most doctors probably don't care, right? Doctors are just there to earn money. It doesn't matter to them. If you pay them money, they would do whatever, right? This is just how it is, right? Especially in America, I feel like the medical bill there is so expensive. Kids are easy to manipulate. The thing with the doctors is like, I don't understand that. Is the doctor really at fault though? Because like, how do you know like who's at fault, right? If the kids is doing it, shouldn't it be the parents at fault, not the doctors? I don't know. It's a bit weird, right? But I understand that there are some doctors that are probably evil and are doing this for the sake of money and stuff, right? For sure, right? But yeah, if the doctors get sued, kids are easily influenced. Kids are easily influenced. But if doctors perform any surgery on a kid, I don't know how it works in the United States, but I think wouldn't you need like a parent's consent depending on how young the kid is, right? If you're like below 18, you need the parent's permission before you can perform surgery on yourself. Isn't that how it works in US? Or maybe it's different over there. The doctor have no morale. Yeah, most doctors are, they care about money more, right? And I feel like it is what it is.
Justice will investigate Big Pharma and the big hospital networks to determine whether they have deliberately covered up horrific long-term side effects of sex transitions in order to get rich at the expense of vulnerable patients, in this case, very vulnerable. We will also...
I do agree with what he said here. There are definitely some doctors that are trying to take advantage of vulnerable patients, right? They just want money. For sure, right? Like, let's just be honest here. For sure, there are evil doctors out there. I'm sure there are good ones as well. But yeah, in this case, these are the ones that are performing the surgery and stuff. There are teachers who are trying to hide from parents that their kids saying things like, I don't think I'm a boy. Yeah, it is getting really, really bad, right? And it's definitely like, you shouldn't influence kids into this, definitely.
Whether Big Pharma or others have illegally marketed hormones and puberty blockers which are in no way licensed or approved for this use. My Department of Education will inform states and school districts.
No, that one is for sure, right? If any drugs are not approved for medical use, of course you have to like sue them. Of course, right? Like, it's just like you can't use stuff that are illegal, especially on not even on children, like for adults as well.
That if any teacher or school official suggests to a child that they could be trapped in the wrong body, they will be faced with severe consequences, including potential civil rights violations for sex discrimination and the elimination of federal funding.
Wait, teachers are getting involved. Wait, what is...
teacher or school official suggests to a child,
if a teacher suggests to a child that they are trapped in the wrong body, you, Billy, you can be anything you want. Then now the teacher is going to be charged. Damn.
that they could be trapped in the wrong body, they will be faced with severe consequences, including potential civil rights violations for sex discrimination and the elimination of federal funding.
Sex discrimination. Like, it's a bit weird that a teacher would go around and do that, but I get it, right? I know it's getting bad in the United States, right? People are pushing agenda all the time, all right? But yeah, it's like, it feels really weird that teachers are involving kids, right? Are involving kids into their politics or into their woke agenda. I do think that these teachers shouldn't be teachers, right? But to be fair, a lot of these teachers are probably not, they don't become a teacher for the sake of becoming a teacher or for the sake of teaching the children. They become a teacher for the sake of pushing their agenda to children. And I feel like that's very evil. It is very evil. You're supposed to educate children, not pushing social agenda or like trans agenda towards them. It is so weird, man. But I guess this is the world we live in. This is the... Man, I feel like if you want to teach kids, you know, about trans, their existence, sure, but yeah, trying to tell them, oh, you can be any gender you want, you don't have to be a girl, you can be a boy, you don't have to be a boy, you can be a girl, right? Like, I don't know, that's like very, it's a very dangerous thing, right, to tell a kid or a student, especially they are not, you know, their brain are not mature yet. Woke don't want kids of their own, they want yours. I guess so, eh? But yeah, they should probably investigate, really investigate into this, and yeah, definitely should bring the teacher into custody, I feel like. That teacher kind of cases is so rampant that it becomes specific law. This is what happens when parents let their kids hang out online or social media all day. I mean, to be fair, it's always been like that, right? Like 10 years ago, you know, parents just let their kids. They can't talk about their religion, it's bad and not right. So yeah, that's going to be something that,
As part of our new credentialing body for teachers, we will promote positive education about the nuclear family, the roles of mothers and fathers, and celebrating rather than erasing the things that make men and women different and unique. I will ask Congress to pass a bill establishing that the only
man and woman. So he's trying to make the man and woman back to 20 years ago. No more they, them. Damn, this is brutal. We are going backwards now, okay? The woke has come so far. But now it's back to just man and woman. Okay. What do you guys think? Do you guys think this is too much? It's too much, right? Trump learned the CCP way. So now no longer... I mean, like, yeah, it has... I think the woke has been pushed so far that now this entire policy is going to push it. All the progress gone, just like that with this policy. It's like kind of insane, right? There's a lot of schools that give woke book to children in the library. Damn, really?
Dane Self donated $5.
Okay.
I understand now why Kevin left America. WTF America is
Damn.
shit. By the way about gachas, I am a bit late so don't know. Will you play CBTGFL too?
No, I don't think so. I don't think I will play it. Because there's no reason for me to play a CBT when it's already out, right? CN is already out. Also, I played the CN version as well. So I'll just play the official release. I don't want to play something just for them to wipe it again. It's wasting time, and I don't have time right now, sadly. The name drop. Kevin Kirk left US because of that. Nuclear family can't work nowadays. Households usually need dual income. Yeah, I feel like the cost of living is higher now. Everything is more expensive now. It is an issue. But at the same time, it depends, right? I feel like depends on how young the kids is. Also, like the concept of man and woman in marriage, meaning that the men go to work and women stay at home in the kitchen. There's too much, right? Because we have come a long way of gender equality, man and woman.
only genders recognized by the United States government are male and female, and they are assigned at birth. The bill will also make clear that Title IX prohibits men from participating in women's sports, and we will protect the rights of parents.
That one makes sense, right? How is men supposed to participate in women's sports? Yeah, I've seen a lot of like this, like it's so weird, right? They become trans and then they go and participate in the women's sport and then they beat women because they are trans. But yeah, it's like kind of obvious. There's a reason why there's this category for men and women. Maybe they should have one for trans as well, but there's too little trans to have one category just for that. But yeah, it's a bit weird, right? Also, I'm not sure what toilet they have to use. But yeah, it's kind of I'm not sure. Like I feel like this will affect a lot of things, man. It's not just, I know, like for us maybe we are looking at it like just from the point of view of, oh, this is only going to affect trans stuff. It's going to affect gaming, right? Because a lot of gaming has tried to push towards the woke agenda. I mean, you guys are aware, right? With Concord, what's the other one? Dustborn and stuff. And I'm sure like a lot of movies as well have started to push this woke kind of things. So this is definitely going to set back a little bit and it's going to like push back the other direction. So for sure, I think it definitely will affect some games that are coming out that are, how much you guys want to bet? There's some games right now, they are yet to be released that's similar to Concord and maybe Dustborn, that's like they have like woke message and stuff. Those games are waiting to be released, right? Usually like they are already in development, they're just waiting to publisher and stuff. I'm sure there are some. Those games are now like, they might have to like, oh, are we able to do it now? Because like if we do it now and Trump is pushing this, are we able to get sales for these kind of games, right? Because now, you know, it's no longer seen as the right opinion, I guess, to have those things in the games.
Parents from being forced to allow their minor child to assume a gender which is new and an identity without the parent's consent. The identity will not be new and it will not be without parental consent. No serious country should...
Yeah, that makes sense. If you want to change your gender as a child, if you are below 18, you need to get your parents' permission. I think it makes sense, right? Like anything that, I'm sure like you cannot buy cigarettes. I'm sure you can. I don't know about in US actually. Now that I think of it, is it different in US? But most of the country, as far as I know, you cannot buy cigarettes. You cannot buy a lot of alcohol if you're 18. But you can change gender like that. That's like, that is insane, right? That you cannot smoke cigarette, you cannot buy alcohol, but you can change your gender. Of course, you're gonna need to be either 18 or you need to parents' consent for sure. Like it's kind of a no-brainer for me.
No serious country should be telling its children that they were born with the wrong gender, a concept that was never heard of in all of human history. Nobody's ever heard of this, what's happening today. It was all when the radical left...
A children was born with wrong gender. How many of you guys here are born with the wrong gender? You should be the other gender. Wow. So this is what they've been teaching children. You are born with the wrong gender. You could be the other gender. I don't know, man.
It was all when the radical left invented it just a few years ago. Under my leadership, this madness will end. Thank you very much.
Okay, all right. He's speaking fact. Yeah, I think it's it is you know, it definitely is a thing that he has to do and has to somewhat control, but at the same time it could also like make people more, how do I say, like what's the term for it? I don't know if transphobic is the word. I don't know if this will make people more transphobic, you know. Teachers are gonna get arrested. Teachers are getting arrested if they push woke stuff. Of course, you shouldn't be teaching children. Like, I don't know, what are they even doing? What are they even teaching in schools in America even, right? Video parent protest their 7-year-old child given woke book by their teacher a few days ago. Wow. Born with wrong gender isn't biblically inclined. I think it's allowed to discuss about you born with wrong gender, but for kids maybe not, right? Maybe for adults it's fine. But I feel like not for kids. Especially depending on how young the kids is, right? Quite a drastic change. I'm not against trans or LGBT, but don't force it on kids and others. Yeah, the forcing it on kids is kind of crazy. That part is kind of insane. Gaming industry in shambles, gaming journalists most affected. Yeah, I feel like a lot of it will affect a lot of gaming. It will affect the overall. Okay, maybe not games from Japan, not games from like, you know, not overseas games, but American game, Western games. The China games, of course, won't be affected, right? They are never woke to begin with. It's mostly the Western games, right? And maybe some European as well. I'm not sure which European games is woke. But Dustborn is European, right? I heard that it's the one that used the taxpayer money from somewhere in Europe, or is it UK? I don't even know. Wrong gender. You're playing a game. Dragon Age Veilguard about to be banned. Entertainment in general, they can either course correct or double down. Western gaming industry. He's been talking about up to 40% upcharges on game consoles and how video games are violent. Wait, what? 40% upcharge on game consoles? The gaming industry is not in shambles. Stop crying. Journalists are the only ones who are gonna cry about it, but no one gives F about journalists. IGN, Kotaku, and those big ones, right? You hope they shut down Sweet Baby? You hope they shut down Sweet Baby? Damn.